It seems I have missed one. Before we carry on, I just want to bring up something that I'm sure you're all aware of already. Recently, I've been caught up into some YouTube drama with a YouTuber named Nogla. Now, Nogla may have nice hair, but he smells like booty hole, and I just, straight up told him that I was just being truthful. And then he threatened to report my channel.
I think I win. Number one, boys. Number one. Diesel Patches, Nogla. You smell and your hair is nice. Bro, are you the real Diesel Patches, dude? No way, bro. The real Diesel Patches, dude? Hold on, dude. There's no way, dude. I don't know how to see if it's actually you. You can't go to people's channels from chat or from super chats or nothing. I could report you though. I might report you. Okay. I saw where you put me on that tier list, dude. I was a little bit low. Alright, just saying. A little bit low, bud.
Susan, if you're watching this, which I know you are because you're a big fan of my content, I would like to file a sexual harassment claim on this man. But with all that aside, today's topic will be MinuteVideos. So MinuteVideos uploads videos that are not a minute long, but over 10 minutes, gonna get that sweet ad revenue. Kind of false advertising, but they're kind of like the other Storytime animated channels, but instead of doing animation, they kind of draw what's happening. It's like a comic strip, so I guess they get some points for originality, but the stories are still fake as hell. The art style is still straight up diarrhea, and the characters are either assholes or just straight up fucking dumb. Let us begin this journey together.
What are these? I thought as I was looking for something in my brother's room. It was a stack of CDs with anime titles on it.
Weeb.
They were titles I'd heard of, and I was excited to see them.
This one right here is called Boku no Pico. It's a fucking classic.
I then tried to watch one on a CD player, but was shocked. It did not contain an anime or even close to a cartoon show, but a video of a man and a woman doing an activity.
So you were snooping around in your brother's room to the point where you were able to find porn. You must have been digging through your brother's stuff pretty hard to find that shit. Man, I hate people like you. If I want to wank it to furries on DeviantArt or, some other normal porn, I shouldn't have to worry about bitches like you snooping around and going through my stuff. But then again, I don't know anyone who still puts their porn on CDs. This fucking caveman needs to get with the times.
I was furious at first. How did my brother acquire this kind of CD? Does he watch this? This is gross, was all I could think.
Damn, bitch, it's just porn. Why are you freaking out?
I was in elementary at the time,
Oh.
and knew little about relationships and intimacy. We were born and raised in a traditional Christian family, and were taught that all love-making activities are bad.
What? I'm pretty sure that lovemaking is okay as long as you're married. I think that's what you're trying to get at, because if Christians didn't practice lovemaking, they kind of die out. Which, to be fair, that wouldn't be the worst thing in the world.
Fast forward to college, I got admitted to a national university where only the best and brightest students study.
Oh, so poor kids are just as bright as white kids.
Where only the best and brightest students study.
Fuck you, stupid people. I'm smart. Go suck a chode, you smooth brain. Yet another reason not to like you. You're very pretentious.
I imagined many scenarios that could happen since it was my first time being away from home. I imagined even getting a boyfriend or a girlfriend, cause why not?
When it comes to love, no two sides.
Later on, I was again introduced to things a little naughtier than anime.
It's called hentai, and it's art.
My roommates and I would often watch these anime after studying or whenever we felt the need to. We were always loud and giggling like teenagers. I honestly enjoyed it at the time, though I thought it was gross at first.
You were right to be grossed out. Who the hell watches hentai with their friends? That's not normal. But then again, doing it by yourself is not normal either.
Why am I feeling this? I asked myself.
Because you're a fucking weirdo.
How would it feel to actually do it? The female characters seem to be really enjoying it.
Yeah, they seem to really enjoy that tentacle going up their vagina. They enjoy it so much that they shed tears of joy. And when the female character in the hentai is yelling, "Please stop, no more," she actually means harder, daddy. None deal.
Whenever I was at home, alone in my room, I would watch these videos. I would access different streaming websites and set my browser to private mode to avoid being caught.
Is it bad I never set my stuff to private mode? Because I had no idea that was a thing when I was a kid.
It got to the point that I watched these videos every single night. I didn't know what to feel or think. How could I do this? I need to stop this. This isn't right. This is a sin.
The way I see it, Allah gave me a PP and a hand for a reason. So if you think that's a sin, you need to read the Bhagavad Gita again.
It was all in my
Ugh, why is your neck like that?
I was
Oh
never close
god.
to any
Ugh.
guy who I fell for head over heels with, but turned out to be gay. It really broke my heart.
Because big gayness is a sin.
He was really handsome and sporty, and I imagined having a great night with him.
Oh god, the neck, it just looks weird. He's got a fucking giraffe neck, doesn't bend like that.
I had several other crushes and flings after that.
I can see why you're into these guys. This kid's right eye is bigger than his left one. This kid has Jimmy Neutron's head, and I don't even need to say anything about this one. You and your owl neck will get along greatly with these people.
I just got hired in my first job.
Now she looks like a fucking toad. Did the artist just give up midway through? I don't blame him, honestly. I would hate to animate a story about a girl who jerks off to hentai.
He likes music, art, and anime too. Though I secretly like naughty anime the most. Those are considered animes too, right?
No, because when your friend asks if you want to watch Cowboy Bebop, that's not the same as, hey, want to watch Uncle Daddy Tentacle with a bit of mayonnaise?
He looked at me and said, "Finally, what took you so long?" My hands were trembling from his words. He was waiting for me. At any moment, I was waiting for it to get hot and heavy. Would he push himself onto me and we would have a classic kabedon?
There are names for this shit? Oh god.
Shut up, Diesel, you're just vanilla.
I'm sorry, but this shit is cringy. If I went up to a girl and I was like, hey, you want a cabe dough? She would call the police on my weeb ass.
Or would he speak sweet nothings into my ear while slowly undressing me?
I'm a wanted animal rapist in 5 different states. No, senpai!
4 years have already passed, and we are still in a relationship. Oh, how time flies! And yes, we are still both virgins.
Haha, you haven't had sex yet. You don't throw yourself out there all the time. What, are you responsible or something? Our next video is about an abuser. It's pretty funny. Let's watch these idiots.
When I was around 5 months pregnant, my boyfriend and I got into a serious argument. The yelling back and forth escalated into him shoving me. When he apologized, I told him, "You didn't just shove me. You shoved your little boy as well."
Yeah, girlfriend, you tell that bald bitch.
Not too many teens think about planning their pregnancy as a teenager, but I was that girl. I would admire seeing these pregnant teens on YouTube, how they had gotten pregnant and how that ended up growing their relationship even more with their boyfriend, even to the point of getting married.
And that's why those videos on YouTube are extremely toxic. No one should strive to be a pregnant teen. That's fucking absurd. I hate seeing all these channels about these pregnant teens who think their life is so great, but really they put themselves in a horrible position. I don't care if I'm coming off as judgmental. It's not fair to the kid. Those channels are complete ass, and you're an idiot for glorifying them.
So, when my boyfriend of 3 years thought it was time for us to start a family, I completely agreed. We were both 18, which we thought would give us an even bigger advantage because we weren't just teenagers, but adults.
That is such idiotic logic. You don't have kids until you're capable of taking care of one. Or at least you shouldn't, because there are a lot of morons out there who just don't give a shit. Just because you're now an illegal adult doesn't mean you're magically capable of taking care of a child.
I ended up leaving my after-school job because I was too sick from the pregnancy to work. Around the same time, my jobless boyfriend irresponsibly decided to drop out of school.
Oh no, wow, who could have seen this coming?
The next day, I went for my regular pregnancy checkup, and when I told my doctor about the pain, she checked me down there, looked up at, she checked me down there, she checked me, I'm going to send you to the hospital because you were dilated and I can see the bag of water. Dilated? At 25 weeks? Is that even possible?
You don't have to try so hard acting. You're in a stupid animated YouTube story. That little spiel you were doing nearly took out my eardrums.
The doctor informed my boyfriend and I that our baby would have a 50% chance of survival if he arrived right now. Fortunately, that didn't happen.
He died.
Despite the betrayal and disappointment, I'm trying to be the best version of myself and provide the best life I can give to our son.
At least this one is ending on a responsible note. Usually the main character of these other animated stories see themselves as the victim even though they've been the assholes the whole time, so I'll give this one credit. The stupidity in the video still pains me though. Any teenager who strives to be a parent at their age is an idiot.